Froze up. At the end of the mission, he became completely unresponsive.
Shut up!
Set in 1969 as the Vietnam War nears its end, the movie unfolds with an American soldier named Luke Devereaux receiving a mission to protect a village from North Vietnamese forces. In the midst of a heavy rain, Luke arrives at the village to a shocking sight. His fellow soldiers and numerous villagers lie lifeless, their ears gruesomely removed. Distressed, Luke enters a hut and discovers his friend, Sergeant Andrew Scott, who has descended into madness. Adorned with a necklace crafted from severed ears, Andrew has captured a young couple. Luke attempts to reason with Andrew, explaining that the war has concluded. Despite Luke's efforts, Andrew responds violently, taking the life of the young man and challenging Luke to do the same with the girl to prove his loyalty. Luke vehemently rejects, emphasizing its brutality. In an effort to eliminate the girl, Andrew takes action, prompting Luke to execute a desperate escape plan with her. Tragically, Andrew shoots Luke in the leg and unleashes a grenade, bringing an end to the girl's life. The conflict intensifies into a fatal shootout, resulting in the demise of both adversaries. The following day, a U.S. Special Forces unit stumbles upon their remains. The commanding officer orders their deaths to be kept confidential, designating them as missing in action. Fast forward to 1992, where terrorists have seized control of the Hoover Dam. The scene is horrifying, with civilian bodies scattered across the dam, while others are held captive. One civilian falls victim to execution as the terrorists press for their demands. Simultaneously, the late Luke, Andrew, and other fallen soldiers are resurrected for the Universal Soldier Initiative, a top-tier anti-terrorism unit. Administered a neural serum for mental flexibility and memory suppression, these Unisouls are sent to the Hoover Dam to address the crisis. In the midst of the turmoil, Veronica Roberts, a television reporter, arrives to cover the event but is rebuffed due to her tardiness. The Unisouls, displaying exceptional skills and resilience, engage in the operation, with one even withstanding direct gunfire. Methodically, the Unisoul squad eliminates the terrorists and secures the location. Shortly afterward, Luke's memories resurface upon encountering two hostages reminiscent of the villagers he sought to protect in Vietnam. He glimpses Andrew, who appears to grapple with similar recollections. Despite being a Unisoul, Andrew remains silent. Experiencing this brief lapse, Luke becomes unresponsive to the radio commands from the control team. Meanwhile, Colonel Perry, overseeing the Unisoul program, provides vague responses to the press. Intrigued by this, Veronica devises a plan to secretly enter the base with her cameraman to unveil the truth. Inside the mobile command hub, the Unisoul technical crew pieces together the events at the Hoover Dam. The Unisouls are revealed to be genetically enhanced troops with rapid healing and increased physical prowess, yet prone to overheating and malfunctions. Observing this anomaly, Woodward, a project technician, suggests removing Luke from service. Despite this, Colonel Perry insists on the operation's continuation and orders another serum injection. Simultaneously, Veronica infiltrates the facility against her cameraman's reservations. Encountering a wounded yet living Unisoul, she mistakenly believes him to be dead and starts taking photographs, only for him to suddenly stir, startling her. This triggers an alarm, exposing their presence. As a result, Luke and Andrew receive orders to capture Veronica, regardless of her condition. In her attempt to escape, Veronica and her cameraman crash their vehicle and are subsequently captured. Andrew demands the camera from Veronica, and upon her defiance, he ruthlessly kills her cameraman. Witnessing this, Luke's memories resurface. Acting quickly, he intervenes, rescues Veronica, and they escape using a Unisoul transport. Unnoticed by the rest of the Unisoul squad, Andrew quietly labels Luke a betrayer. Upon realizing their getaway, Colonel Perry deploys the remaining Unisouls to pursue Luke and Veronica. Worried that the Unisoul initiative might be exposed to the public and the U.S. government, particularly since the Pentagon is uninformed about the project's details, he is anxious. As they swiftly drive away, Veronica notices Luke's injury and quickly tries to attend to it. To her surprise, he cauterizes the wound using the car's cigarette lighter. During their journey, the car's fuel runs out, prompting Luke to astonishingly push it at a rapid pace, leaving Veronica astonished. Upon reaching a gas station, they discover it lacks gasoline, and the public phone is out of order. With limited choices, they secure a room at a nearby motel. Once inside the room, Veronica turns on the TV and is shocked to find herself implicated in her cameraman's murder. Simultaneously, Luke begins to feel excessively hot. He undresses and places himself in front of the air conditioner to cool down. However, the attempt proves futile, and he succumbs to overheating. Upon witnessing this, Veronica relocates him to the bathtub and fills it with ice, remarkably hastening his healing process. Puzzled by what she witnessed, she attempts to reach a doctor from the motel's reception, but her efforts prove futile, suspecting that the Uni-Souls may have interfered with the communication systems. Unbeknownst to them, the Uni-Souls have identified their location. While Luke and Veronica converse in their room, the Uni-Souls launch an ambush. In a frenzied escape, the two navigate through the motel, breaking through walls and alarming other guests. During their flight, they seek refuge under a bed in another room. Holding the occupants at gunpoint, they demand the car keys to facilitate their getaway. As they drive away, the Uni-Souls respond with gunfire. Nevertheless, Luke plows the car through the motel's front area, ensuring their escape. The following day, while on the move, Veronica bombards Luke with questions, but he grapples with memory lapses. After a brief stop at another gas station, Luke urges Veronica to examine his body for tracking devices in a secluded room. She discovers one embedded in his leg, and hesitant to cause pain, she hesitates. Luke, taking matters into his own hands, uses a knife to extract the device. Despite her disgust, Veronica reaches into the wound to remove the tracking device. Subsequently, they devise a plan to outsmart the Uni-Souls. As the adversaries enter the room, flames are triggered, leading to a massive explosion at the gas facility. As a result, the Uni-Souls are engulfed by the firestorm. Capitalizing on the diversion, Luke and Veronica discreetly access the Uni-Sol team's transport, pilfer numerous documents, and make their escape. Unexpectedly, Andrew emerges at the rear of the vehicle, attempting to strangle Luke. This action forces Luke to swerve, resulting in a crash. As a result of the impact, Andrew is forcefully ejected, but the duo, shielded by their seatbelts, manage to escape unharmed. Following this chaos, Colonel Perry receives orders to abort the mission and rallies his team to the vehicle. However, Andrew's insanity resurfaces, leading him to eliminate Colonel Perry and most of the team, sparing only the pair of medical professionals. Later, in a diner, Veronica examines the pilfered documents. She notices a recurring mention of Dr. Christopher Gregor and questions Luke about this individual, to which he denies any knowledge. Delving deeper, Veronica discovers a contact number for Dr. Gregor and steps outside to make a call. Meanwhile, inside the restaurant, Luke attracts attention by indulging in food excessively. When questioned by the proprietor about his ability to cover the bill, a brawl ensues. Luke skillfully avoids the proprietor's strikes and incapacitates him with a single maneuver. Luke effortlessly outmatches other patrons who charge at him during the brawl. Observing the commotion, Veronica intervenes and escorts Luke out of the situation. Simultaneously, technicians alert Andrew to his rising body temperature, urging him to cool down. As he settles into the cooling unit, the technicians plot to sedate Andrew using the serum. However, when one approaches, Andrew's instincts kick in, and he lethally administers the serum to the unsuspecting technician. Later, Andrew visits a bar in search of information on Luke and Veronica's whereabouts. A local mocks Andrew, provoking a violent response and forcing patrons to reveal any known details. Meanwhile, at Andrew's transport, the remaining technician manipulates a Uni-Sol into holding a live grenade, causing an explosion inside the truck. Undeterred, Andrew drags two Uni-Souls to a store's refrigeration unit, hoping to revive them. Unfortunately, his efforts prove futile. At daybreak, Luke and Veronica meet with Dr. Gregor, the mastermind behind the Uni-Sol program. Dr. Gregor details the program's origins and its goal to create the ultimate soldier. However, a significant obstacle arises: the resurfaced memories of their past lives become more intense. He goes on to explain that Andrew is trapped in an illusion of the Vietnam War, firmly believing he is still engaged in combat there. During this explanation, Luke's memories from his previous life come rushing back, prompting him to express a yearning to revisit his family in Louisiana. At the same time, a news broadcast incorrectly accuses Veronica of Colonel Perry's death. Consequently, she suggests exposing the Uni-Sol operation, but Luke appears fatigued. Upon leaving Dr. Gregor's premises, they are swiftly apprehended by law enforcement. In the following scene, during the police convoy's transportation, Andrew and Uni-Sol GR-76 pursue them in a truck. Launching an attack, they incapacitate the law officers and the bus driver, causing the vehicle to swerve recklessly. During the pursuit, both the police vehicle and the Uni-Sol truck plunge off a precipice. Just in time, Luke overcomes GR-76 and leaps to safety. Another officer from the convoy confronts them, but Veronica incapacitates him, enabling the duo to take control of his car and escape. Luke and Veronica then travel to his ancestral farm in Louisiana. Unfortunately, Andrew successfully tracks them down. Reappearing, he seizes Luke's family and Veronica, sparking a confrontation between Luke and Andrew. Empowered by muscle boosters, Andrew mercilessly beats Luke. Meanwhile, Veronica utilizes the pointed prongs of a hay machinery to free herself. As she tries to escape, Andrew throws an explosive in her direction. In the midst of the chaos, Luke acquires the muscle boosters, administering them to even the odds. Strengthened, he counterattacks with revitalized energy. The culmination unfolds as he impales Andrew onto the spikes of the hay machine and activates it, dismembering him. Afterward, Luke hastens to rescue his family and heads to the location of the explosion. There, he finds an injured but surviving Veronica. The film concludes with the two embracing in a poignant moment. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Take care.